are listening to A One Pint Stand, a Minnesota craft beer podcast that tells the stories of craft beer in Minnesota and beyond. So kick back and grab a cold one. The show starts now. Hello, my name is Dan Bobian, and I write, produce, and host A One Pint Stand. I'm ecstatic you are listening. This podcast has been a passion project of mine since 2016. This episode is part 2 of our chat about Lupulin Brewing Company's Big Beer Week 2023, which runs from Sunday, March 5th to Sunday, March 12th. It will showcase a grand total of 42 beers, 16 of which are new, and 26 of which are returning from years past. Now, this episode, we finished beers 4 through 6 of the bottle releases that will be happening during the Big Beer Week. And we talked a lot about to age or not to age when it comes to the bottles that people are buying. So it was a rich discussion of beer knowledge, and I am so happy that the crew had me up again. We've been up every single year. And so enough, you don't want to hear me talk by myself. You want to hear me interview the experts. So let's head out to the Lupulin Tap Room for the Big Beer Week 2023 preview part 2. Cheers.
Aaron has told us that we are moving ahead, cracking more beers and pouring more wonderful things. This is again we're up here live in the Lupulin Brewing Company conference room in Big Lake, Minnesota, previewing the 2023 Big Beer Week that goes from March 5th to March 12th. We're on the home stretch now. We're officially halfway through the tasting, and there's a fresh glass here. And so, Aaron, you want to tell us what you have poured for us?
Yeah, so this is our Demigod 2023 release, aged in 1792 bourbon barrels. This was another one that we kind of adjusted the name just a little bit to make sure that we could both send it to our Sioux Falls tap room and elsewhere outside of the state, get it approved by the TTB. We took the word whiskey out of the name, and it's now just Demigod. Okay. Which we've done previously on demigods that have been adjuncted, but we just decided that the straight-up demigod could also drop the whiskey part of the name. It still says enough about what it is. That demigod, the name kind of meaning that it's like partially barrel god. Okay. So that's kind of a unifying theme through all of the demigods, is that roughly half, not always exactly half, but roughly half of any of those blends is going to be barrel god. Okay. And this is a blend of 3 oak barrels. Yeah. So we had, all 3 were 1792 bourbon. One of them held our Whiskey Nuts base for a year. One of them held our Barrel God base for a year. And the other one was a blend in the barrel of that Whiskey Nuts and Barrel God base. Okay. Yeah, now this is complex. So, like, the biggest thing about the demigods, I think, that, like, differentiates them either from the Whiskey Nuts or that base beer, barrel-aged, or Barrel God, is that it kind of combines the toffee and caramel notes that are really pretty prominent in the Whiskey Nuts into a beer that still drinks mostly like an Imperial Stout, but it has more toffee and caramel than you would typically get out of most straight-up Imperial Stouts. Okay. Oh, it just smells so good.
I haven't been able to put into words why, excuse me, I love these demigods so much, but Aaron definitely just explained that for me. Yeah, I love the demigods, and everything he said. So fucking good.
Yeah, there's for sure like a big toffee note on them.
Yeah. I mean, barrel aged imperial stouts are my go-to, but the Demigod's always been something special, and I definitely have a sweet tooth. So all those fun toppy words he said make sense.
The sweetness, though, isn't as sweet as like the 1792 that we just tried. It's, I think, with the blend of the whiskey nuts, it gives it a little bit more mellower tone to it.
Yeah, it's not like candy sweet. It's balanced for sure, but it's so good.
Yeah, to me, this is not. It's not as sweet as the rye nuts. It has. I don't know if that's just my palate, but like, it has this one. I like. This has a really nice roundness to it. Like just kind of like on the palate, it's just really no rough edges. And I guess that I think.
Nice liquid hug.
Yes. You ever think about calling it Liquid Hug Week? I think you might get a different clientele up here, and that might be fun for a year to just try. Everybody gets a potted plant and a unique thing with some
string of pearls.
With a string of pearls to go with it, and call it a day. Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, this is really good.
As somebody who doesn't drink bourbon outside of their beer, I like this one a lot because it's not overly boozy, or you can still taste it. I still like it in the beer, but you still get a lot of other flavor in it. It's very complex and delicious on many different levels, other than just like when you drink an imperial stout, sometimes you just get like slapped in the face with bourbon. It's very balanced and good all around.
What was the first year that Demigod was a thing? Do you remember back?
I believe it was 2020.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say it's a relatively new
I think
concept.
that was that was kind of our foray into like blending different beers with like on like a smaller scale to come up with really unique blends versus obviously in the very beginning when we had a very small barrel aging program. A lot of times it was we made a beer and it barrel aged, and then those 3 or 4 barrels, as long as they all tasted good, just got blended together and packaged as one beer. I think the 2020 Whiskey Demigod was the first time we like specifically went in to try to pick out like certain things out of a small handful of barrels to create a unique blend. And then that has grown with the cuvee releases and these demigods as we've gone forward from 2020.
And you can try, for those of you who love to follow the Lupulin Big Beer Week history, Whiskey Demigod 2020, not 1920, 2020, which is a 16% beer, so tread carefully. That's available on Friday, March 10th, and that is a blend of Whiskey Nuts Barrel-Aged Imperial Brown Ale and Barrel God Barrel-Aged Imperial Stout. That'll be a fun treat to have. There's a lot of goodness here on the, and then Friday, March 10th, you've got a lot of really fun things. Demigod 23, 1792 on draft. Whiskey Demigod 20. Coconut Vanilla Demigod, which is 15.5%.
Which Marcus mentioned as
his favorite.
ever.
So if you want to see Marcus in his happy place, come on down. Come on down. Give him a high five on all the wonderful artwork.
Also, Danielle mentioned that for our preview event that there will be some bottles available that aren't going to be sold during Big Beer Week. That Whiskey Demigod 2020 is one of those beers that will be available to purchase the vintage bottles of at that event.
Okay, so that's noteworthy. Those of you who love to collect. Now, here's a question I probably should have asked relatively right after we started, but with these Barrel Gods, how long... There's always a big question with people when they buy a bigger beer. A lot of people like to buy these big beers in the bottle format and then put them in the cellar. Where do you stand on that? I've always kind of been of the mind that when a brewery's releasing a beer, that's when you should drink it. Is this something that people should buy 2 of, one to squirrel away and one to enjoy now? Or do you feel like, as somebody who has been nurturing these and watching them along the way, do you feel like, nope, they're ready now, please enjoy them now, because if you wait a year or 2 years, they might not be where you want them to be?
I mean, I don't want to take too hard line of a stance on that at all. I think absolutely we feel that they are great now, and that we're confident that you'll enjoy them right now. That being said, these are beers that will hold up for a number of years. I mean, we've recently, every year we bring out some of our beers that are 4 or 5.
Right. I mean, 2020
years old.
was when this first one was.
And they've been great. So like that goes to show that they change over time, and some people will like those changes more than other people will like those changes. You might like it more now. You might like it more later. I don't want to recommend stashing things away for too long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you want to buy a couple bottles and, have one now and have another in a year and another in 2 years, I think that's a great idea too.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And that's kind of more like the mindset I've always been on these is buy a couple of them, drink one right away, and then, you can squirrel 1 or 2 away and try them at different intervals.
But don't let them die in your cellar. Please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't let them die in your cellar, and let them, because sometimes, especially like some releases when they're newer, like the barrels are really hot. You're getting a lot on them. And then, so if you try that one right away, like, whew, this thing is hot. And then you let it sit, 6 months, a year and try it again. Maybe it's mellowed out and it's really good.
Yeah.
But other ones, where it's like, well, this is an older release. It's already had time to age. Maybe don't let it sit as long, or maybe just drink it right away.
Well, and I guess I'm thinking about the first one we tried, the 1792 Barrel God, how it had such a wonderful presence of the barrel in it. Honestly, I wouldn't want that to disappear.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, in that
Agreed.
instance, I might say,
And
maybe
in general,
enjoy it
I don't
now.
think any of these, in my personal opinion, I don't think any of these are going to taste better a year from now after sitting in the bottle for a year.
Yeah.
But that's my personal opinion. Some people may enjoy them more a year from now.
Sure.
But
Sure.
we're releasing them now because we think they're ready and
Yeah.
they taste great.
Well, and you're the professionals, so I mean, Chet and Pine Island, who may think well, just defer to the professionals. Like, I guess enjoy them now. I would say, and yeah, if you want to just see what it's like, I've done a couple. It's fun to do verticals of different years. I think I did that once with the Bell's Expedition Stout. We had 4 years, and it was kind of fun to kind of nitpick and like, oh yeah, this one has still a lot of like kind of roast to it. This one has more fruit. This one's like a little sweeter, and this one's maybe falling off. So it's like you don't want to get to the point where you all work so hard in every facet to make these beers the way they should be, and just be, like you said, a shame to let them die in the cellar. So, but it is fun. It's cool.
And I would recommend the longer that you're planning to hold on to them, the more important it is to keep them in like a cool, dark place.
Yeah. Not the glove
They don't
compartment of the
necessarily
Subaru.
have to
Don't
be
do that.
in your refrigerator the entire time, but ideally, like 50 degrees, cold, dark spot.
Yep.
That's pretty ideal for them to, have their longest life.
Yeah,
If
I
I
have
would
a room in my house that
recommend.
doubles as an intimacy cellar, and that's where I keep all my beers. And it's 55 degrees year round, no natural light, and
Right next to the swing.
Lock on the door, so it's real good. Yeah, this is really good. This is interesting. The toffee notes are really starting to come through as it warms up in my mind.
So the other thing before we leave some of the demigods, you mentioned that Friday's a big day, March 10th with the demigods, but we also have one that I forgot about, which I thought was pretty good, is the chocolate orange demigod. That is on Wednesday the 8th. So that's the first release of the demigod, and that's a 13%, and that's a blend of the chocolate orange lateralis that we aged a year in a couple Tattersall orange liqueur barrels, and then we blended it with the Barrel God that was also aged in a Tattersall rum barrel. So that's kind of if you're looking into the demigods, that chocolate orange one should be tasting really
boozy chocolate orange.
Yeah, that one was. I remember
Sold.
when that first came out.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites. That's when you told me that was the first time I had heard about Aperol. You're like, it's kind of like Aperol, and then I shortly thereafter I went to Mexico, and now I'm in love with the Aperol spritz. I have that alongside with my breakfast shake, which has blended up Snickers in it. So that's how
And if you've ever been to Italy,
that's why my coat is so
Aperol
shiny.
is everywhere.
So that's chocolate and orange is such a wonderful combination. So that's a can, and that comes out on Wednesday, March 8th. Yeah, we kind of we started off going down the line. And as always, it always happens when we come up here for this, we kind of get off track, but it's always a good... So to kind of summarize, I think we read through the Sunday and Monday releases. Mm-hmm. Tuesday, March 7th, we've got Barrel God 23, 1792, Barrel God 20, Whiskey Nuts 2022, Whiskey Nuts 2022, Woodford Reserve. Oh, the first Whiskey Nuts 2022 is in Tattersall. That's the Imperial Brown Ale aged in a Tattersall chocolate malt whiskey barrel and a Tattersall cherry whiskey smoked malt whiskey barrel. Man, if the TTB saw the number of times whiskey was written on this sheet, they'd want to burn this place down, wouldn't they? Oh, the anti-fun police, don't use whiskey. And then that's the bottle release, the Barrel God 23, 1792. The infusion at 5 p.m. is the Wee Heavy Raspberry Pie. Then we move into Wednesday. That's the Rye Nuts 23, Whiskey Nuts 18, Whiskey Nuts 20, and then the Chocolate Orange Demigod, as Jeff alluded to earlier. That brings us into Thursday, March 9th. Pumpkin Spice Demigod.
We're gonna do that one last.
Okay, we're saving that for last. Saving the most polarizing flavor in a beer for last, so people don't get mad. I love pumpkin in a beer. I love beer and a pumpkin.
You're gonna really like
it
this
works
one.
both ways, so that's fun. But one of my favorites is the barrel aged Eastern Sea. That's the rye whiskey barrel aged Baltic porter. Not many people do Baltic porters, and that's a fun one. Then we've got barrel aged chocolate truffle on Thursday, March 9th. That's Imperial chocolate porter aged in whiskey and red wine barrels. Barrel aged Snosberry Lateralis, barrel aged Imperial stout with blueberry, blackberry, graham cracker, honey, cinnamon, and vanilla.
And snosberries.
Yeah, I remember that.
What year
Tastes
is
like
that from?
snosberries.
Because that was a while ago. That
Couple years ago?
Snosberry.
2.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
No, Snosberry. Wasn't it the Snosberry pie that you came out with a couple years ago?
Snosberries taste like snosberries.
And then the noteworthy infusion for that on Thursday, March 9th is the barrel-aged Lateralis Scotcheroos. And I'm a big fan of just like the baked goods Scotcheroos. So that'll be fun. All right, we've got what looks like... are we pouring it up? That noise means it's time for... I'm going to be like Pavlov's dog after this. Every time I hear a glass clink, I'm going to look for something delicious. All right, here's beer number 5. Ooh.
You guys, did you short me?
Is this like Office Space?
I was told that...
But then there's no cake.
I was told I was going to get...
There you go.
I was told there'd be cake in the break room.
The ratio of people to cake.
Did you drink any yet?
No.
So what's this one?
Can anyone tell?
Cuvée!
Oh, this.
Now that would be even worse because this is the one that Jeff has been talking about the whole time and we didn't get any.
No, that was his.
Let's not stop talking about
I'll have what she's having. Yum. Oh.
Oh my god, it smells like heaven.
Slushy machine with this on the Danielle.
Please no.
Blasphemy.
Please no.
Aaron will murder you.
I'm going to have to ask.
May the barrel god strike you down.
Barrel God will knee you in the crotch if you put this in a slushy machine. I'll make sure that happens. Oh, this smells so good. You guys ever think of getting into the cologne business? I mean, this, there's probably...
Beard oil business.
Yeah. Oh, look out. This
Beard and Daddy will be safe.
Yeah, right, like, watch out. The mustache rides will be in the Olympics if they get that going. This is wild, wacky stuff. This smells so, oh my God. Now this releases, hold on, let me check my FAFSA form.
Saturday, March 11th.
Saturday, March 11th.
Which appears to be Barrel God Day.
Barrel God Cuvée 2023. So the Cuvée is a blend of 4 barrels of Barrel God. I'm going to start openly weeping as I read this. So we've got one of the barrels was aged in a Woodford Reserve bourbon barrel, a Buffalo Trace bourbon barrel, a 1792 rye barrel, and Russell's Reserve 10-year bourbon barrel. So a cuvee is basically, in the beer style terminology, or a cuvee of something is a blend. Yep. Is there, so, pardon my ignorance, but I know with like certain...
As long as it's blissful.
certain beer styles, when it's a blend, it's like a very specific number of years. As a cuvee, is there any number of years that's like it has to be 2 or 3?
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing with cuvee. Cuvee, just in the beer sense, I think generally just means like a kind of like the blender's like best blend.
Okay.
Or like for like a year, it's like the best blend.
Okay.
It's not like goose, which is
that's what it was like it's a
3-year lambic,
blend. Yep.
2-year lambic, and 1-year lambic.
That's what it was.
Like most traditionally, it's not like that. It's just it's kind of like just the blender's best. For that time period of release or something like that.
Do you want to talk me through that process of how you? I can't even begin to fathom how that process works. Because you have so many options of things to blend. How do you narrow it down? How do you decide?
So for these, kind of the way we've gone about it is like each year we'll typically save a couple of our favorite barrels from each year's blend to let them age for another year or more. And then kind of depending on what we have available for different years. This is, I think, the same number of ages that we aged last year. But obviously, it's a 3-year blend, but it's 3 years going back from now versus the other one. So like picking out our favorites of the youngest stuff and reserving them for this blend.
Sure, okay.
And then kind of as long as those extra long aged things are still holding up and like going to be good contributors to the blend, that's the way that we've gone about these cuvee blends over the last few years. So it's really like using the last available of these oldest, longest aged stouts and blending them in with slightly younger, but the best examples of our slightly younger stouts.
Yeah.
And then creating those multi-year blends of kind of like really fantastic.
Yeah. And so this bottle releases on Saturday, March 11th. Which is a fun, that I feel like that you got some really fun stuff on Friday, March 10th, and really fun stuff Saturday, March 11th. The last couple of years, you've been kind enough to have me as a house guest. And actually, last year on that Friday night, I don't know if you remember, but we started planning the Airbnbs. We started looking at Airbnbs, and we got so lucky for our night in Iowa,
in Decorah,
because you found the Bueller house. And so I think maybe, if you're doing any travel planning, you want to make sure you come into Lupulin for Big Beer Week on that Friday. You will find the most wonderful places to stay if you happen to be planning an upcoming trip. So
I think we'll need to do this year's planning a little bit earlier than that.
yeah, we might have to. Yeah. The cuvee is always a favorite because it is, like you say, a best of the best. But there's like so much going on in this beer. The aroma is off the charts amazing. Definitely lots of bourbon barrel in there in the nose.
Also, something to add to that Saturday, which, as we were talking about the infusions, for some reason, when I was looking through my list, I was thinking of Samoas. I've always known the Girl Scout cookies as Samoas, not Caramel Delights.
Oh.
So our Lateralis Caramel Delights infusion is that Saturday, which tastes just like the cookies. So to go with all these Barrel God cuvées, if you want to finish it off with a cookie.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hot day to come in.
Yeah.
Nice.
We may or may not be selling Girl Scout cookies that day here as well. So get a box while you're here.
Smart. This is good. Now this has some nice, really, I think you've got like some nice roasted malt, dark chocolate, like really like 80% cacao, like really good dark chocolate bitterness. This is very balanced. And just the mouthfeel is just so nice.
You still get a lot of good, like, barrel character to it, too. Like, undertones of barrel. It's not in-your-face barrel, so you have that nice chocolatey kind of toffee with the barrel, a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah, that vanilla sweetness is up front, and then it kind of just, like, balances out with that dark finish. That dark chocolate finish is really just... This is such a... this is so good. You all are so good at what you do. This is just fabulous. I love this.
So, Aaron, would you say with this, looking at the barrels and the age, so like the Woodford Reserve, would that now be at 36 month? Yeah. Was it a 36 month that it sat there for 3 years that you finally pulled that one in?
Yeah, so the components of this year's blend were a Woodford Reserve bourbon barrel, and that aged for about 36 months. If people remember, in 2021, one of our two single variety releases was a Woodford Reserve, along with the other one being a Four Roses bourbon. But that is the last remaining barrel from that crop.
Yeah.
And then the second component was aged for 24 months in Buffalo Trace bourbon barrels. So that was actually a barrel or a variety of barrel from the beers that got released last year that didn't actually get its own specific release last year.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if it was part of. Yeah, it was part of last year's cuvée, but it wasn't part of a single variety release last year. We did the Scotch and the rum as like two single variety releases. So this is kind of its first appearance, or I guess it's only appeared in cuvées, not as its own thing. And then we had the final 50% of this blend were kind of our favorite barrels from what got filled last year, about 12 months ago, the 1792 bourbon and the Russell's Reserve 10-year bourbon.
Yeah. Well, it certainly this has been taken care of really well. This is wonderful. It's so good. Yeah, people are okay. So whatever you have to do to make sure you get a bottle of this, do it. I don't know if you have to. chain yourselves to the door of the establishment. But yeah, come down here. You're going to want bottles of this.
Aaron's single.
There you go. Here we go. And now that's a perfect segue into Marcus's book. Marcus, you said that.
Also on this one, the bottle version is a 750 ml.
Oh, okay.
So we talked about the other ones. So two of the releases this year are in 750, and the other releases are in the 330 ml format.
Okay. Well,
and mainly the reason for that was out of practicality.
Yeah.
Not specifically like we wanted this one and this one to be in 750s and the other ones to be in 330s. We've just generally, I think we want to shift into the smaller format, and we needed to use up our remaining inventory of some of the 750s, so we kind of kept two of our mainstay brands in the 750s and then transitioned the rest of them into 330s.
Okay. Yeah, this
so
one.
So the Rye Nuts and the Barrel God Cuvée will be the two that are in 750 bottles.
Okay.
And then the other 5 bottle releases will be in 330s. And then the IPA obviously will be in 16-ounce cans and crowlers.
Okay. Yeah. I think this beer makes a lot of sense in the bigger format because this is a beer you want to share. It's so special. You don't want to just drink this by yourself. Have some friends over.
Hey, thank you for listening. Hopefully you're enjoying a One Pint Stand. My aim is to help spread the word about craft beer. Enjoying craft beer is a passion of mine, and I love chatting about it with other people. One Pint Stand has a goal of helping breweries tell their stories. I love to get out in and beyond Minnesota to visit breweries, beer bars, and meet other interesting beer people. If you are also into those things, you'll probably want to keep tabs on the show. So go ahead and follow a One Pint Stand on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We would also appreciate any and all positive reviews on iTunes to help move us up in the queue and make it easier for other like-minded beer geeks to find us. If you like reading about craft beer, I started my own beer blog, and all my writing can be found at aonepintstand.com. After writing for 8 years as editor-in-chief at Beer Ploma, it was definitely time to start my own blog. So, make sure you check out the blog for some interesting craft beer content of the written variety. I truly appreciate you listening and taking time to enjoy our stories. Now, back to the show.
I always like to think about pairing beer with food. This is a special blend. What would you want to continue that pairing. What would you pair this with? What sort of food in your mind would go really well with this beer?
Scotcheroos.
Scotcheroos, baby. How did I know you were going to say
Kidding.
that?
Someone else want to take that? I just eat.
I mean, I love smoking meat, so I would pair it with smoked meat.
Jake jokes.
We're back to the hose.
Oh, a nice brisket.
Yes, there we go.
Absolutely.
Brisket.
I can get behind
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think like something like this, I always want to pair like a big, huge, decadent beer with like a really nice like aged cheddar. Like I feel like a really like, something that's 4 years, 6 years aged, like that has like the crystals in it, just like that. I think that would be really good.
Can we have that as a side dish to the smoked meat?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that would be
Now
perfect.
you got me on board.
That'd be perfect.
And
We might do a pairing here soon with cheese in some of our Big Beer Week beers. Probably the week after Big Beer. Keep an eye out for amazing cheese people bringing amazing cheeses. Forge de Fromage, they're coming in.
Big Beer Week Part 2.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fromage. And they're going to bring in some amazing cheeses to pair with some of our big beers. So.
Cool. Yeah, nice.
Are we still toying with the idea of having cheese available during Big Beer Week, or did we nix that?
More to come?
All right. Potential.
So cheesy, Marcus.
Just in case, bring your own cheese slices. I always do, and it makes for a wonderful afternoon. Yeah,
Pocket cheese for the win.
A little pocket cheese, a little big beer week action. You can't
On
go
that
wrong.
note, we will have a food truck every day.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because when
but-
you're drinking beers that are 15.5%, you need something to eat. So let's go back. So on Sunday, March 5th, we've got Mario's Italian Kitchen. And then
We got
we got
TBDs.
TBD on Monday, March 6th, and TBD on Tuesday, March 7th. On Wednesday, March 8th, we've got Jamo's New Zealand Pie Company.
Ooh, is that a new one?
Yes, yes, it
How
is.
exciting.
And pies.
New
I mean, I
Zealand
know
pies.
the New Zealand Prime Minister just stepped aside. Wouldn't it be a kick if it was her in a food truck making pies? That'd be kind of fun. Thursday, March 9th, we've got the Gouda Q. You can pair. There's some cheese to pair with some good stuff.
Cheese and barbecue.
Friday, March 10th, we've got Top It. I don't know what that is.
Top
Top
It
that.
Anyway, it's called.
Top
It's
It.
We got a bunch of delicious varieties of foods. Yeah.
Great
Okay.
Top
burger.
It Anyway.
They're great. They have great burgers.
Saturday, March 11th, Griddle on the Go. And then rounding it out on Sunday, March 12th, we've got Chili Lime Infused Craft Brewed Eats. So, yeah. No, those are two. I thought it was
Two
a
food
combo.
trucks,
Two
yeah.
food trucks because...
Yep.
Okay. I see. Chili Lime.
Chili Lime has great street tacos.
Okay.
And
Fused Craft
Fused
Brewed
Craft.
Eats.
He's got awesome chili and pretzels too.
And
I
he
think
uses the
does.
beer.
And he uses
the
our
beer,
beer.
to make the food.
Oh, okay.
Real
okay.
good stuff.
So Griddle on the Go. Those that haven't been here, that is Philly cheesesteaks along
And
with
amazing
some-
cheeseburgers.
And amazing cheeseburgers too. Rob does a great job.
Nice. Yeah. So there's always good to eat. So bring your appetites, bring your thirsts, and come for every day and get that
Yes,
T-shirt
do that.
and possible beret. Although that was nixed earlier, but I still feel like there's an outside chance that.
You guys want to talk about do we have some music too hitting on those days?
Yeah. I mean,
too?
you've got that beautiful Stave event space. Will there be some entertainment for people while they enjoy these wonderful beers?
Yes.
Definitely. There will definitely be some amazing bands to be playing. We got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have music going on.
Okay, fabulous. Are those any? Do we know? Are we keeping it hush hush?
No.
Is it going to be Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band? So help me God, that would be
Solid,
amazing.
maybe.
Yeah. Because he will be. Oh my God, he will be in town on March 5th. I'm going.
Is he?
Yeah. At
Let's
the
get him.
XL. That would be. You have no idea how excited I would be if Bruce Springsteen showed up while we were just hanging out and started playing Born to Run. That would be amazing.
We got
That'd be so amazing.
Johnny Poe on Thursday. He's Johnny Poe. He's a brand new to us singer. We got Sam Lakari on Friday, and then on Saturday we have one of our favorites, Betty Danger, coming in from 7 to 9. So keep an eye out on social media for more details and times.
Yeah, so we are now, Aaron is uncorking the sixth, the last beer that we're sampling.
Oh, thank God.
And this is the...
Starting to kick in over here.
I'm drunk.
This is the good...
Rookie.
Hey, at least
not,
Aaron got you drunk this time versus the opposite way where you're always getting us all drunk.
Oh,
Yeah, and there's a reason we never record these on a Friday, so Aaron can't run around with his Fernet.
Why did you mention that?
Kind of missed for that Friday.
No, I don't miss Fernet Fridays.
We need to stock back up, right?
Oh, but don't we have a lot of... Yeah, but don't we... No. Oh, we have Malort here. Oh.
No.
Malort Mondays?
Malort, Dan? No.
I would rather get a full body massage from a waffle iron than have
or
Malort.
Fernet.
No, that once was enough. Once was enough. I'm still recovering from the Malort experience in Chicago.
Oh, the Malort experience in Chicago is something to experience.
Like the Malort infused party that we went to.
What happened to her?
No, I'm talking to Dan.
Well, yeah, because I would not have even thought
yeah.
about that as a good idea.
It was like 20-some different types of infused Malorts or beers
Gross.
that had been aged in Malort
This
barrels.
sounds terrible. Why would
Why?
anybody go to this?
Because we were breaking our Chicago cherry.
Drunk and in Chicago, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Mike definitely gets that.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, alcohol.
Yes, I was recovering in Chicago.
Yikes. Malort does not do a lot of things, but I can't imagine Malort being helpful in any type of recovery.
If you like sitting back and enjoying a nice glass of burnt tires, then Malort is definitely for you.
I was going to say, yeah, it was like the
Sponsored by Malort.
the Malort podcast coming soon. Okay, so the sixth and final beer that we have. Ooh.
You can smell that pumpkin.
The
Tongue just
entire
got
room just turned
boner.
into a bunch of white girls.
We've got pumpkins. Hold on, let me put on my Uggs. let me just do this.
Fall has officially begun.
Where's my tunic and my yoga pants? Here we go.
Loving your messy bun, Dan.
This is ridiculous.
Oh wow. It smells so good. Yeah, and there's like cinnamon.
Yeah, so this is pumpkin spice demigod.
Get some
Use the
nutmeg,
microphone,
too.
Aaron.
Pumpkin spice demigod.
Yeah.
Aaron, would you like to say words?
Just repeat what he said.
Aaron is done now. He's like, I've done enough talking for the day.
What Marcus said.
Now, this barrel-aged pumpkin... Hold on, I need my reading glasses. 1 second. All right. This is coming to you on Thursday, March 9th. Pumpkin Spice Demigod. This is a barrel-aged blend of imperial stouts and imperial brown ales aged in a pumpkin whiskey barrel, a cinnamon whiskey barrel, a Woodford double-oaked bourbon barrel, and a Russell's Reserve 10-year bourbon barrel. This clocks in at 13% and smells like Halloween. Literally when you, if you are one of those folks that likes to carve a jack-o'-lantern and the candle by the end of the night starts kind of like setting the lid on fire, you get some of those pumpkin roasty aromas, and that's what I feel like we have kind of in this beer. It's
This
very
would
good.
make a
Did you see I
fantastic
just tried to
candle.
sniff my microphone? I need to go home. Smells like metal. Smells like cords. No. This is good.
This doesn't smell like pumpkin.
This smells like a microphone. Oh, wait.
Aaron, are there adjuncts in this one too, or is it just the barrels making this fancy flavor?
No, this is adjuncted, but the barrels do contribute to the kind of general vibe of the beer.
I'm also getting red hots
Okay,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
That's from
Yeah,
the
a little bit.
barrel.
Now we're full on Starbucks people. Here we go.
I mean, so
Basic bitches.
half of the.
I wasn't going to say it, but thanks for jumping in. We're on the same wavelength.
Half of the blend was pumpkin whiskey barrel aged whiskey nuts and cinnamon whiskey barrel aged whiskey nuts. So both of those barrels are contributing elements to the whole pumpkin spice vibe of the beer. The other half, or 25% of the other half was, or half of the other half, I guess, was Vanilla Dreams aged in Woodford double oaked barrels, and then Barrel God. Like I said, the demigods always contain a portion of Barrel God, usually close to half. In this instance, 25%, but yeah. So it is those three base beers with the cinnamon contribution from the one barrel, the pumpkin contribution from another barrel, the heavy vanilla from the third barrel, and beer. And then these beers were blended together, and we conditioned them on whole, hand chopped up Madagascar vanilla beans and cinnamon, a ton of cinnamon. And then in addition to that, we ground up a bunch of allspice and chopped up a ton of fresh ginger. And infused for a good amount of time on all those ingredients to really get a ton of spice and vanilla and kind of really everything. I think, if anything, it's maybe a little bit more ginger forward than your typical pumpkin spice would be, but I guess that's what happens when your blender has red hair.
So you're a little bit more ginger forward than anybody else here.
I could see, Mandy, you were wanting something said about that, so.
No, I'm gonna be honest. When I smelled this, and this might just be me, but a little cinnamon goes a long way in beer, in a lot of things. And I was like, wow, this is, I'm like, how much cinnamon? There's just the perfect amount. It's very balanced with all those spices that you listed off. I was the nose on it. I was kind of bracing myself to go in, and I love. Don't get me wrong. I'm in the 1% of the population that will enjoy anything pumpkin. I love it.
There's at least two of us.
Yeah. Okay. Boom.
And I hate pumpkin spice. I absolutely
Dying of fire.
But I will say this is an amazing blend of it. Like, I could actually drink this.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's super good.
Well, that's what I was
One
gonna
of
say.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's very balanced, the flavor wise. I was worried.
Mike also hates coconut and fun.
Yes. Double down on the ladder. Yes.
Yeah, this is really good. This is very balanced. I like how the pumpkin and all the spices come through. This is really nice.
Well done, Aaron.
Yeah, this is.
And this is one of only two beers this year that we use a bunch of cinnamon in. So one of the beers that we're not tasting today, the only of the barrel-aged beers that we're not tasting during this podcast, is a two oak barrel blend of Vanilla Dreams aged in Woodford Double Oak and Whiskey Nuts aged in cinnamon whiskey that we then added more coffee to, and then Mexican vanilla beans and cinnamon. And then after the vanilla and the cinnamon blasted out the coffee, we added more coffee to it. And it's currently circulating, infusing on more coffee so that we get that balance right.
Yeah.
But, cinnamon, barrel-aged Cinnamon Coffee Dreams is the name of that one. And that will be a release on the final Sunday of the week.
On the 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there it is. In a 330 milliliter.
330, yep.
Okay, yep. Well, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to here. Again, we've sampled 6 of the. Well, we've done 1/7 of the offerings that are going to be available at the 2023 Big Beer Week up here at Lupulin Brewing Company.
Dan, you probably drank all of them in the past, except for the new releases.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot.
Two of which you haven't yet tried.
I don't know what that says about me, folks, but yeah, there's a lot of familiar.
I mean, after 7 years of attending Big Beer
It's like
Week.
you like to come up here, Dan.
That's true. I mean, it's did you guys ever wonder why all of a sudden you started getting my mail? I just forwarded it up here, and yeah, I love coming up to Lupulin. I mean, even when it's not Big Beer Week, there's always a variety of wonderful things on tap. But I will say that the beers are wonderful, but it is also, more importantly for me, the people behind the beer that make the Lupulin experience wonderful. So as we've tasted 6 of the 42 beers that are going to be available for Big Beer Week 23, that runs from Sunday, March 7th to Sunday, March 12th, up here in Big Lake. Make a plan. Clear your calendars. It's great stuff. If you're here for all 8 days, you will be eligible for the awesome 8-day shirt and bragging rights with your friends and family. And will have maybe access to buying some type of wonderful mystery garb.
Solid 27% chance.
27% chance of making that a reality. But this has been wonderful. I am so happy that every year that you have all wanted to sit down and talk about this. It's a wonderful way to celebrate all the great things that you all do.
Hell yeah, man.
From the marketing staff to the brewing staff to the art staff, everybody plays a role, and I think it's fun for people to hear how it all comes together.
It's our favorite week of the year.
Yeah, it's very special. So, we'll see you all up here for Big Beer Week 2023, and I just want to thank you all for having me. This has been so much fun.
Cheers, man.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Always love having you out here.
Yeah. So this has been another on-location episode of A One Pint Stand. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, there you have it. We sampled through, I guess, if my math is correct, 1/7 of what Lupulin is going to be releasing this year for their Big Beer Week 2023. Again, that runs Sunday, March 5th through Sunday, March 12th. And if you go every day, you don't have to go there and drink every day, but if you go in there every day and get your punch card stamped, after 8 stamps, you can turn that in for the amazing 8-day t-shirt. So hopefully this is something you're going to put on your calendars. The part 2 episode was a fun one, and I think it's just fun as you sample these beers and everybody kind of gets more talkative. You really get, there's this fun energy. I don't know, I love it. So hopefully that you enjoyed that. That was a fun time. Every year I go up there to interview, and I you know, they don't have to have me up. I'm very gracious and accepting of their invitation anytime to go up and talk beer, but especially during Big Beer Week. It's a very special time of year. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for listening to this episode of A One Pint Stand. Remember, if you liked it, tell your friends. Follow us on social media if you have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Share our podcast out. We're trying to build an audience to get into as many ears as we can. And so hopefully you enjoyed the episode, and we look forward to many more. Our next episode is going to be a Brewers Roundtable that we recorded at Dual Citizen with some pretty cool people. So keep your eyes open on the horizon for that. So again, this has been another episode of A One Pint Stand, a Minnesota craft beer podcast where the pants stay on, but the caps come off. Cheers.
What would you pair this with? What sort of food in your mind would go really well with this beer?
Scotcheroos.
Scotcheroos, baby. How did I know he was
Kidding,
gonna say
kidding.
that?
Someone else want to take that? I just eat.
I mean, I love smoking meat, so I would pair it with smoked meat.
Jake jokes.
We're back to the hose.
Doo-doo.